Hi everyone, Katie here. Welcome back to another layout video. Today I was loosely inspired by a Studio Calico. It wasn't a sketch, it was a layout that they had posted on Pinterest. And I decided to use lots and lots of circles. So I start with this basic background paper. It's from My Mind's Eye, the Hey Mr. collection. And I have a photo of my pup here. It is him in front of the fire one night when we, just had a nice fire. It really wasn't a special event or anything. It was just nice. So I pre-cut out all of these circles. I took four 6x6 papers from two different pads. One is Outfitters by Pink Paisley, which I have used almost all of it. I think I only have like 2 pages left. And the other is Warm and Cozy from Echo Park. So I took 2 pages from each of those and die cut a whole bunch of little tiny circles. Well, they're varying sizes. I used my Cuttlebug and my metal dies to do this. I do have a Cricut, which could have done this probably a lot faster, but I really like the kind of edging that the that the die cut, the manual die cut machine provides. So I used that, and now you can see I am inking all of my edges with my brown Distress Oxide. It's called Ground Espresso. And I think it just kind of makes all of the circles kind of stand out a little bit more on their own by inking the edges. And you get kind of messy doing that. My hands are still covered in ink, but that's okay. So basically, the idea of doing this is to use all these circles and kind of build up a base here at the bottom that kind of floats and drifts apart up toward the top. So I am randomly grabbing these circles and just trying to put them together so that none of them are, two of the exact same pattern are right next to each other, and just trying to, kind of cluster it all together down at the bottom and make it kind of, looser there at the top. And this involved, no particular, like, skill or, design ideas. I was just kind of going for it and doing what I thought looked best, and I'll tell you, a lot of them don't end up exactly where they are right now, but I like how it is, and I knew that it would not be the easiest thing to just, pull it off and then add adhesive. So just one by one, I put a little bit of adhesive down. I tried not to get it to, stick too much to any other circles that it was overlapping. I used my Tombow tape runner. However, I will say it kind of got stuck a few times and didn't want to put out any adhesive, which was unusual. I haven't really had that happen. But I also have my Herma mounting square dispenser, and I did use some foam squares as well to pop up a few of the circles. And ultimately, I know this is kind of different and a little bit odd, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. I like my one layout here that I have created. I don't think this would be, a go-to thing, but it is a little different and, kind of unique, something new to try. And I like that it's a slightly more, masculine layout, I suppose. I feel like I do a lot of things with flowers and pink and sparkle, and that is what I love. I love doing that. But this was a little different for me, maybe a little outside my comfort zone or outside my usual, which is okay. And I like trying new things like that. So as you can see, still adhering. It did take a while. These circles were definitely the most time-consuming piece of doing the layout. But again, like I said, that's okay. I am spending time, doing what I like. I'm not trying to meet a deadline. I'm not trying to, fit a certain mold. Just, taking time to enjoy my memories, and to be a little creative while I'm doing that. And I think that's what is most important about scrapping, is that it should never feel like a chore, because who would want to do that? That'd be terrible. It should always be something that is fun and helps you to, remember the memories, even though this was probably only like 2 weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago, but now it is preserved, and I really like that. So, off my little tangent about how I feel about scrapbooking, but I do have just one photo here. It's, like I said, my little pup in front of the fire. It was such a kind of yucky night that we decided to have a fire, and it was so nice and so warm and cozy. So I actually take one more paper from my 6x6 pad from Pink Paisley, and it came with 2 of every page, and I decide to use one of the pages that had the teeny tiny cut aparts. So I'm assuming that this is just a scaled down version of what was the full 12x12 pad, because these little tiny cut aparts, they are little and tiny. So I haven't used them much, and I really don't see myself using them much. So it's like, why not use this? It's a colorful page, and it kind of matches the colors that I have in my layout already. Why not use that to mount my photo, especially because I know I'm probably not going to use 2 full pages of these teeny tiny little cards. And ultimately, I think it works out. Now, I do have this thicker set. It is chipboard thickers from Amy Tan, and the one that I choose to make my title is just Enjoy. It was a cozy night in, and it was very enjoyable, so I thought that was appropriate. I do take a few of the other gold elements and sprinkle them around just to keep that kind of gold theme going, but I wanted to make sure, again, I didn't use the flowers. I just used little star-like things, and one I think technically is a flower, but it's circular, and I don't think you have to know that it's a flower. And I used a couple of the hearts there. Now, this teeny tiny little journaling box that I'm working with? That was one of the little cards from that 6x6 cut apart page. Teeny tiny. I used my 005 point pen, so it had to be super tiny just to do the little bit of journaling that I did on there. Of course, inking up the edges there and popping it up on foam. And after this, I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? How else do I want to embellish it? I look in my stash for a few things, and I'm thinking, this layout, it really kind of has a lot going on, It's got background paper, it's got all kinds of different patterns on it. So ultimately, I decide that it's okay to just let it be. And after I add these few more little gold stickers that I said I sprinkled around, that is it. That's how I finish out my layout. It feels kind of weird not throwing a ton of product on it, but I like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.